When I think of the Harlem Renaissance, I think of the many artists that displayed their pride, their strength, and their creativity to the world in that era. I think of Langston Hughes, Zeroni Hurston, Duke Ellington, all of those people who weren't just artists, they weren't just people who created all of these wonderful poems and songs and pieces of art, like these paintings. They were people that were proud to be black in a period where it was almost seen as a crime to be black. You had all the racial comments, all the events that happened, all the slanders, and that didn't really matter to those people, especially in that era. They were proud to be black, and they just showed it through their art that they weren't afraid of anybody, and they were proud to be their race. And so, in the discussion we had in our class, that we discussed the concept of this term passing, which is where someone will do acts of things or wishes for acceptance or recognition from another race. And this was pretty much I would say this was not looked well in the Harlem Renaissance because it goes against everything they stood for. So you had some people that passed for white, some mixed, and just some blacks who wanted to be accepted by all the white people who were hitting them with racial slanders. And it's something that really stuck with me personally because I feel like I've never really heard this term before, but after hearing it, I can kind of relate it to myself. And I feel like it should be something that is looked down upon, especially in that period, because most of my life before I took this class, it was just the Harlem Renaissance was all about the African Americans and how they made these awesome works of art, and we studied them, and we finally, it's the first issue of Black Excellence. And for me to hear that there were some who just wanted the recognition from the other races instead of, getting the pride for your race, just really kind of stuck with me because especially in my case where before coming to Syracuse I went to both a middle school and a high school that did not have a lot of African American students and was mostly infiltrated by Caucasian people. So you know in order to make friends I kind of had to do things that they liked that I didn't like just so I could you know make friends and try to be accepted into that group. And after the discussion, I noticed that I kind of had the same thing with passing. But as I got older, I just noticed that I should be proud to be black, and I shouldn't really have to rely on what other races think of mine. So, my essay and this video shows how, well, I want to tell how passing shouldn't really be a concept that is displayed. It shouldn't. It goes against everything the Harlem Renaissance stands for, and I feel like they were right to look down on it because at the end of the day, you are who you are, and no one can take that away from you. No comment, no racial slander, no, you know, racial event. And I really think that's what at the end of the day, you should be proud of who you are. And passing is just something that I believe is cowardly, and I believe should not really be done.